Hello! Today we'll be talking about Ariados, the evolution of Spinarak, who evolves at level 22. Its previous PYZ dates are August 12th, 1996, June 3rd, 1999, March 24th, 2002, January 12th, 2005, November 3rd, 2007, August 24th, 2010, June 14th, 2013, April 4th, 2016, January 24th, 2019, and November 14th, 2021. I find it interesting how different it looks than its pre-evolution. It's obvious that it's supposed to be the same Pokemon, but the color differences are interesting. Anyway, let's get into the Bulbapedia article. Hello and welcome to the Bulbapedia section of the video. Today we'll be talking about Ariados, the long-leg Pokemon whose number is 0168. This is what it looks like. Its type is Bug Poison, abilities, Swarm or Insomnia, Sniper is its hidden ability, gender ratio is 50-50, catch rate is 90 or 20.1%, breeding, a group bug, hatch time 15 cycles, height 3'7" or 1.1 meter, weight is 73.9 pounds or 33.5 kilograms. Base experience yield is 134 in Gen 2 through 4 and 140 in 5+. Leveling rate is fast. EV yield is 2 and attack. Shape is that, footprint is that, Pokedex color is red, and base friendship is 70. Ariados is a dual-type bug/poison Pokemon introduced in Gen 2. It evolved from Spinarak starting at level 22. Biology, Ariados is a red arachnid Pokemon that resembles a spider. It has purple eyes, a pair of white mandibles, and a white horn on its forehead. Around its abdomen are 2 black stripes, and there are 2 black spots, and a yellow spinneret on its rear. The spots and spinneret together form a pattern similar to a face. Ariados can produce thread from both its spinneret and its mouth. It has 4 yellow legs with 2 purple bands each. On its back are yellow structures similar to its legs with a single purple stripe each. Its feet are tipped with tiny hooks that allow it to climb ceilings and vertical walls. Ariados makes its nest in the depths of temperate and tropical forests, and leaves after dark to hunt prey. Ariados never rests in a specific place while hunting. While Ariados wanders in search of prey, it spins a single thread from its rear that leads back to its nest. When prey is captured, it is wrapped in thread and then attacked by fangs. Ariados then drinks the victim's body fluids at leisure. Sometimes it will instead release prey with only a single thread attached. The thread is then followed to both the caught prey and its friends. Ariados and its pre-evolved form Spinarak are the only known Pokemon capable of learning the move Toxic Thread. Before Gen 5, Spiderweb was a signature move. Evolution, Ariados evolves from Spinarak. Spinarak, Ariados. Game data, Pokedex entries. In Gen 2 and Gold, it spins string not only from its rear, but also from its mouth. It is hard to tell which end is which. Silver, a single strand of a special string, is endlessly spun out of its rear. The string leads back to its nest. Crystal, rather than making a nest in one specific spot, it wanders in search of food after darkness falls. For Stadium 2, if you have Pokemon Red, Silver, or Crystal inserted, you get the Gold entry, but if you have Pokemon Blue, Gold, or Yellow inserted, you get the Silver entry. In Gen 3, Ruby and Sapphire, Ariados' feet are tipped with tiny hooked claws that enable it to scuttle on ceilings and vertical walls. This Pokemon constricts the foe with thin and strong silk webbing. Emerald, its feet are tipped with tiny hooked claws that enable it to scuttle on ceilings and vertical walls. It constricts its foe with thin and strong silk webbing. Fire Red is the Silver entry, and Leaf Green is the Gold entry. In Gen 4 and Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, it attaches silk to its prey and sets it free. Later, it tracks the silk to the prey and its friends. Heart Gold and Soul Silver are their Gold and Silver counterparts. The Gen 5 Pokedex entries are Diamond, Pearl, and Platinums. In Gen 6, X is the Gold entries and Leaf Green's entry. Y is the Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, and Gen 5 entries. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are basically Ruby and Sapphires, but Ariados and Pokemon are now the correct casing. In Gen 7 and Sun, there are some areas where people use the string Ariados spins for their own weaving. The resulting cloth is popular for its strength. In Moon, it spins thread from both its rear and its mouth. Then it wraps prey up in a thread and sips their body fluids at its leisure. Ultra Sun, every night it wanders around in search of prey, whose movements it restrains by spewing threads before it bites into them with its fangs. It spews threads from its mouth to catch its prey. When night falls, it leaves its web to go hunt aggressively. The Gen 8 Pokedex entry is its Diamond and Pearl counterpart. In Gen 9, Scarlet is the Silver entries and Fire Red's entry. Violet, it wanders in search of food after darkness falls, never nesting in a specific place. Ariados in the Alola Pokedex, and Ariados in the Kitakami Pokedex. So, it's pretty cool. You can see it kind of more in the nature, where as Spinarak was more in like a like a house, like it was like on the deck of a house. So that's pretty cool. See the difference. Game locations, you got all this. Side game locations. Stats, base stats will compare Gens 2 through 6 and Gen 7 onward. So HP 70, that stays the same. Attack 90, that stays the same. Defense 70, that stays the same. Special attack 60, that stays the same. Special defense 60, that goes up to 70. Speed 40, that stays the same. This one has a total of 390, while this one has a total of 400. Pokeathlon stats. Type effectiveness, damaged normally by normal, ground, ghost, steel, water, electric, ice, dragon, and dark. Weak to flying, rock, fire, and psychic for double. Immune to nothing, resistant to fighting, poison, bug, grass, and fairy. Fighting and grass are for a fourth, while poison, bug, and fairy are for half. Learn set by leveling up. We'll start with this Evo here, and then go down to Fury swipes. Upon evolution, you get Swords Dance, 23 Fury Swipes, 28 Sucker Punch, 31 Agility, 35 Pin Missile, 41 Psychic, 46 Poison Jab, 50 Cross Poison, 54 Sticky Web, and 59 Toxic Thread. We're skipping by TM. Okay. By Breeding, we're also skipping. Nothing by Prior Evolution. TCG only moves. Poison Fang from this card. Anime only moves. Shadow Ball, it's a ghost type move from the episode. New plot, odd lot. Side game data, you got all this. Yep. Pokemon Ranger in the browser entry. Ariados is quick and nimble on its feet. It spits silk to interfere with capture. Shadows of Olmia. It spins webs around itself while moving about. Guardian Signs. It shoots stingers that make Pokemon tired. Okay, got all this. Yep. New Pokemon Snap in the Photodex entry. Ariados spins silk from both its rear and its mouth. It uses the silk to build its web and catch prey. If it's not on its web, you can bet it's wandering around somewhere, searching for food. Evolution data. Spinnerack, level 22 Ariados. Sprites here, so... Oh, we don't quite have the yellow part, so it's basically the same, or the general idea anyway. Oh, there's the face. That's cute. Yeah, in the back sprite. Okay. But yeah, you don't have the yellow part yet. But we got more or less what we were doing forward. And I guess, yeah, that's it. I think it's, and this is blue and purple. That's cool. Yep. Then we got Gen 2. So that introduces the yellow part. This is more kind of an orangish red. This is a different purple. And that also introduces the yellow there. Different shade of blue. Yeah, the horn is a little bit more pointed upward rather than forward, like this one seems to make it. Yep. Gen 4 goes back to the sort of the darker red and a darker purple, maybe a different purple. But yeah, pretty much the same. Then Gen 5 gets the full back sprites. That's particularly funny. Yeah. This is a different purple, I think. It's a lot brighter for sure on the back sprite. Yep. These are probably lighter. Oh, this is such a weird perspective because it looks like it's missing its stripe. And this is very, like, yeah, these stripes are very small, very thin. Like, this stripe is definitely not supposed to be that thin. I don't think, anyway. Or I don't know, maybe it's just because it's 3D. It's a weird perspective. I don't know. These seem to be longer in the models. These legs and stuff. Yep. Not really much changes, I don't think. It's a slightly different perspective, I think, maybe. Home, so you got all of the elements here. Yep. It's probably all lighter colors and stuff, a little bit. Oh yeah, the blue gets a lot lighter. Oh, it kind of did in Gen 5. Yeah, it became sort of a light blue rather than just normal blue. These became a little bit lighter as well, the purple. Yeah, weird. These went back to sort of the darker purple. In the anime. Ariados in the anime. Shiny Ariados in the anime. Cool. Yeah, we got all this. Yep. Pokedex entries in episode 176. In Ash's Pokedex, Ariados, the long-legged Pokemon, the evolved form of Spinnerack. Ariados is able to spin extremely strong, silky webs to trap its adversaries. In what I assume is Diamond and Pearl, short number 1, Dawn's Pokedex. Ariados, the long-legged Pokemon, and the evolved form of Spinarak. It is said to attach string to its prey and intentionally set it free, only to recapture it along with its companions. This is translated from the Japanese version. In the manga, Ariados in Pokemon Adventures. That's pretty cool. Its eyes are to look a little bit more, I don't know, cute, I guess? Pokedex entries in Pokemon Adventures in Chapter 156. It can produce spider webs from both its mouth and spinneret. It's difficult to even differentiate the head from its back, where the spinneret is located. This is from Chuyong Yi's translation. And the TCG trivia, Ariados is one of the few Pokemon whose sprites in both gold and silver are the same. Origin, Ariados' appearance seems to be based on the Myrmorachne formicaria spider, but with the prosoma, thorax and head area, and opistosoma, abdomen area, reversed, fitting with its Pokedex entry. Its ability to spin string from its mouth and its signature move likely refer to spitting spiders, which spit venomous silk from their chelicerae to capture prey. Its Sun Pokedex entry and erect spine-like hind legs suggest that it may also draw inspiration from various orb weaver spiders, such as the Joro spider and arrow-shaped Microthena. The horn on its head may be based on the Ceratogyrus tarantulas, some species of which have similar horns. Name origin, Ariados may be named after Ariadne, a Cretan princess in Greek mythology associated with strings and mazes. In the myth, Ariadne gave Theseus a ball of twine before he entered the labyrinth to slay the Minotaur, so that he may trail the strand behind him and find his route back to her. Ariados may also be a combination of arachnid, Latin for spider, and odosu, to threaten, or dos, Spanish for two, used possibly because it has two stingers, or because it is the second form in its evolutionary line. In other languages, external links, let's move on. Now let's watch the first scene of Ariados in the anime. Hello and welcome to the anime portion of the video. Today we are watching episode 176, quite fittingly, Ariados Amigos. In this episode, Ash Ketchum and his traveling companions, Rock and Misty, as well as his faithful Pokemon, Pikachu, and I guess Misty's Togepi, have stopped by a lake in the forest that they're walking through, and Misty has taken a walk with Togepi to a patch of flowers. She's picked up one and put one in her hair, and Togepi has noticed something in her bush.
Huh?
There's the Ariados leg.
I have a feeling that there's something in that bush that's creepy and crawly.
And that is Ariados' first scene in the anime. Let's move on. Now let's see why people love Ariados. Now let's look at fan art. Hello and welcome to the fan art section of the video. Nobody sent in fan art, so instead we're looking at DeviantArt fan art. For those of you who aren't familiar with the series, what we do is we go through these images until we find an image that doesn't contain an Ariados. So this is Pokemon Ariados by Mark 331. Seems to be from 2010 here. It's very good art, very unique perspective. Almost feels like I could see this on a Pokemon card if it were like a little bit, you know, more like the actual style. Well, yeah, it's stylized here. But yeah, pretty good. I like the webs and stuff. We've got Ariados by Poketix, so you can see it in its web here. Well, that's pretty cool. It's at night. It's, yeah, very good colors, especially in the background. I like that. This doesn't contain an Ariados, so we'll move on. Thanks to everyone who submitted fan art. I won't be streaming tonight, not because I don't still have stuff to do, but because I simply don't have time tonight. Tomorrow I'll be talking about Crobat. As always, this is my proper outfit, and you'll see me tomorrow.